This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? You know, since Manny Pacquiao decided to take on the very relatively unknown junior welterweight champion of the world, Chris Algieri, he's been taking a lot of heat. It's because there were tons of fighters that Manny Pacquiao could have fought in his own division. See, what you guys have to understand is no one is criticizing Manny Pacquiao for not fighting the most dangerous, the best fighter at the welterweight division. No one's criticizing him for that. People are criticizing him for trying to fight the safest opponent that was available. Okay? Pacquiao could have fought Amir Khan, Robert Guerrero, Danny Garcia, someone who has a big name at 140 and was willing to move up to 147 already. Okay? You see, when events like this take place, this always exposes the truth. And when I say events, I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao choosing to fight a Chris Algieri. Manny Pacquiao, he puts his own fans in a position where they are forced to contradict themselves. Because it's the Manny Pacquiao fans, it's the Floyd Mayweather detractors that were constantly saying, no matter who Floyd Mayweather fought, Amir Khan, Marcos Maidana, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, Danny Garcia, anyone that Mayweather faces, they will say it's a cherry pick. They will say he's only fighting him because it's an easy fight, right? So once Manny Pacquiao does something like this, Pacquiao leaves his fans to fend for themselves. See, this is the whole thing. Now, you know I've been talking about this Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri situation for quite some time. And I've told you guys on numerous occasions that I think that this is a good fight. I think that this is a 50-50 fight. I think it's a very competitive fight, right? But the problem is when you guys hear that, you get that misconstrued with me saying that this is a challenge or this is a challenge that Manny Pacquiao is taking. I hear some of you guys saying, see, Dante, you just said it's a 50-50 fight, so this is a good fight. This fight shouldn't be criticized. Understand something, guys. Just because this is a 50-50 fight for Manny Pacquiao doesn't mean that he's taking a challenge. What it means is Manny Pacquiao is a flawed fighter because Manny Pacquiao versus Chris Algieri is not supposed to be a 50-50 fight. Does that make sense? Here's where the double standards come in. Now, whenever something is said about Manny Pacquiao, of course, the first thing people want to do, Manny Pacquiao fans and detractors of Floyd Mayweather, the first thing they want to do is try to pull Floyd Mayweather up underneath the same bus, right? Well, Floyd is doing the same thing. Let me tell you guys something right now, and I will break it down. There's no way you could put Chris Algieri and Marcos Maidana in the same boat. You cannot do it. For starters, Manny Pacquiao's not even fighting against a welterweight. And he had many welterweights to choose from. All right? Floyd Mayweather, on the other hand, see, this is the problem with talking about Floyd Mayweather and criticizing Floyd Mayweather. See, the criticism for Floyd is different than the criticism for Manny Pacquiao. Because Mayweather is on such a higher level than Manny Pacquiao, and he is hated so much, the standards are far more higher for Floyd Mayweather. If you notice, when people criticize Floyd Mayweather, they're never really comparing him to any other fighters today. They're usually comparing Floyd Mayweather to Floyd Mayweather. Example, when Floyd Mayweather beats Canelo Alvarez, you have some haters saying, oh yeah, but you couldn't knock him out. But you couldn't knock him out though, Floyd. Yeah, you won the fight decisively, but you couldn't knock him out. That's like saying Usain Bolt, he just won another gold medal, but you saying, oh yeah, but you couldn't beat your own record though. How come you let them get so close to you this time, Bolt? It's pretty much the same thing of what they're saying with Floyd Mayweather. And when it comes to this Marcos Maidana fight, what you guys are not understanding is just because this may be an easier fight for Floyd Mayweather than the first fight, That doesn't mean that Floyd Mayweather is doing the same thing as Manny Pacquiao. That's no different than if Floyd Mayweather were to fight Juan Marquez again. Let's say it was Floyd Mayweather that fought Juan Marquez right after Juan Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao. Can you honestly sit here and tell me, oh, Floyd ain't challenging himself? There go Floyd cherry picking again. You know that would sound ridiculous because you know that Marquez just knocked out Manny Pacquiao. Now, even though you know that Floyd Mayweather would most likely beat Marquez very easy, you can't sit over here and say that's not a real fight. It's the same thing with the Marcos Maidana fight. I mean, that's like me benching 450 pounds. You can only bench 250 pounds. But you kind of struggle with that 250. So you say, look at Dante, he ain't even challenging himself. Look how easy he could push up that 450. See, me, I take tough challenges. I'm struggling over here with this 250. Now, does that logic make any sense? Come on now. And then you have to look at the other contradictions. It's the Floyd Mayweather detractors that are always saying Floyd Mayweather never gives anyone a rematch. Floyd never gives anyone a rematch. Like all of a sudden giving people rematches proves how great you are. First of all, giving someone a rematch proves that you actually had a harder time with that fighter than you thought you would, right? So the decafs, they say Floyd Mayweather, he doesn't give anyone rematches. Soon as he gives this guy a rematch, now all of a sudden, there he goes cherry picking again. Nobody wants to watch that fight, so on and so forth. See, it doesn't make any sense. You'll hear all these people saying Floyd Mayweather, he lost to Castillo. But then he turned back around and he gave Castillo a rematch. You see, you have to really read between the lines. It's deeper than what you guys really think. See, deep down, these haters and detractors, they actually really praise Floyd Mayweather. They actually really believe he's great. But they can't stand it. They hate it because they don't like him. So they are blinded with emotions, right? And when they see the Marcos Maidana fight look very competitive, they're forced to contradict themselves. Oh, yeah, he's not perfect. He's not a machine. He got his ass whooped. This and that and all this kind of shit. Soon as Floyd Mayweather says, guess what? I'm going to give him a rematch. Oh, that's a garbage fight. Maidana's going to get beat easy. There Floyd Mayweather goes cherry picking again, so on and so forth. You know why they do that? Because they would rather leave things the way they are. So later on, they could say, oh, Floyd Mayweather, he's always scared to give rematches. You see, he didn't give Maidana a rematch. He was scared because Maidana beat his ass. See, that's what they actually want to say. But they understand that if Floyd Mayweather gives Maidana a rematch, deep down they know how good Floyd Mayweather is. And they're saying to themselves, Floyd Mayweather is too much of a genius. If Floyd Mayweather has a second chance to fight you, the way he can adjust and, catch on, he's going to be able to calculate things and beat the shit out of Maidana in a rematch. This is the way they're looking at it. They did the same thing in the Marquez fight. Notice how they make excuses for Marquez that even Marquez is not making for himself anymore, right? Marquez already said the same thing would happen in a rematch that happened in 2009. That's what Marquez said about a potential rematch with Floyd Mayweather. So the size excuse is long and gone, right? But yet fans, they will still use that excuse. They be like, I don't care what you say, Marquez. That's our excuse and we're sticking with it, right? That's what they'll say. But notice they'll use that excuse, but they will never demand a rematch because they don't want to see a rematch. They want to continue to have an excuse, a built-in excuse to use to discredit Floyd Mayweather. They want to have a built-in excuse for why their guy lost to Mayweather, but yet they don't want that guy to fight Mayweather again. Does that make any sense, guys? Of course it doesn't. If Floyd Mayweather never fought Canelo Alvarez, what would these detractors be saying right now? Come on, man. We already know it. It's simple. They would be saying he's ducking Canelo. He's afraid of Canelo. They would add Canelo onto that list of 1 million fighters they accuse Floyd Mayweather of ducking, right? Because we can go back to the messages. The messages are still on YouTube right now. We can read the old messages before Floyd Mayweather signed the contract. What did we hear? He's ducking. He's running from Canelo. Soon as he fights Canelo, what do they say? Oh, we got to come up with an excuse, guys. Oh, that's right. I know he got 40 fights. I know he's the world champion, but let's just say he's not ready. Let's just say he's not ready, right? That's the excuse. But just like Sergio Martinez said in the face-off against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., once you become a champion, there is no such thing as not being ready, okay? Matter of fact, you guys, if you never seen that face-off, that was a great face-off because Sergio Martinez, he was dropping knowledge on that face-off between him and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. But anyway, the point that I'm making is when it comes to Floyd Mayweather fighting against Marcos Maidana, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Once again, these decafs, they are only comparing Floyd Mayweather to Floyd Mayweather. Because Floyd Mayweather is the only fighter right now fighting against guys, prime champions, 15 to 20 pounds bigger than him, 10 to 15 years younger than him, and coming off of their biggest wins. Only Floyd Mayweather is facing guys like that, okay? If what Floyd Mayweather is doing by giving Maidana a rematch was such a cherry pick, such a hand pick, then how come Danny Garcia didn't give Herrera a rematch? How come Manny Pacquiao said that he believes that he beat Bradley the first time, but yet after the fight, he said, I'm not going to give him a rematch, and didn't end up giving him a rematch till he had no other opponents to face in Top Rank? How come he didn't fight Tim Bradley immediately? He didn't do that, right? Because it is very difficult to do. It is very difficult to be in a close, tough fight and turn right back around and says, you know what, let's go ahead and do it again. How many fighters are doing that right now? I'm saying right now. And understand, when I say how many fighters are doing this, I'm also talking about fighters that are bigger and stronger than you are and a lot younger than you are. Manny Pacquiao, after he had a draw with Marquez, he did give him a couple of rematches, right? But no one is doing it against bigger, younger fighters. Manny Pacquiao fans, let's just be honest for a second. I know that's hard to do, but let's just try, at least for a quick second. Let's put Manny Pacquiao in Floyd Mayweather's shoes against Marcos Maidana. Let's say that Manny Pacquiao, he's involved in the toughest fight of his career against Maidana. For the first time, Manny Pacquiao's fighting against a guy 10 years younger than him, much stronger than he is, and has buzzed him a couple times in the fight, and has really made it a dogfight and made Manny Pacquiao uncomfortable. A lot of people are saying that Manny Pacquiao lost the fight. Manny Pacquiao got hurt for the first time, or so on and so forth. Do you guys honestly think that Manny Pacquiao would take a rematch in a fight like that? I don't believe that he would, guys. I do not believe that he would. So these are the double standards that exist in the sport of boxing. If Floyd Mayweather fights against Marcos Maidana, they're going to say, oh, that's the same thing as Manny Pacquiao fighting Chris Algieri. Right. And if Manny Pacquiao was fighting against Marcos Maidana after Marcos Maidana knocked out Adrian Broner, are you going to seriously sit here with a straight face and tell me that the world will call that a cherry pick? Come on now. We know what time it is. We know what time it is. Before and after Manny Pacquiao got knocked out by Juan Marquez, you had tons of Manny Pacquiao fans saying, I would rather see Manny Pacquiao fight Marquez a ton of more times than watch him fight against Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, this guy or that guy. You're going to honestly sit here and tell me that that's not a cherry pick? See, the thing is, they don't mind Pacquiao fighting against Juan Marquez because those are two fighters that they like. So realistically, they feel it's win-win for them. No matter who wins, they like them both, okay? You have Pacquiao fans desperately trying to prove that Chris Algieri is a great opponent for Manny Pacquiao, but yet these are the same people who said that Robert Guerrero, Canelo, Victor Ortiz, Shane Mosley, and everyone else, they were cherry picks. Come on, man. We know what time it is. I'm on to the next one.